0 votes. That is how many people voted for the actual murderer in the final case of Let's Start Deduction Season 4. He had done it. He knew he had done it. And somehow, the room looked everywhere except at him. A few weeks later, on a completely different stage, another young star sat down to write a goodbye letter to a character she was about to leave behind. She did not write, "Thank you for watching." She reached for clinical language instead, people-pleasing patterns, avoidant attachment, compulsive repetition. Words you would expect from a therapist's notes, not a drama wrap-up post. 2 moments. 2 completely different corners of the industry. One detail connects them, and it is not romance, and it is not coincidence. It is a specific kind of vocabulary, the vocabulary of psychology, showing up in places it was never required to appear. This is Rabbit News Hallyu, and we are going to follow that thread from a deduction game in Beijing to a drama farewell letter, and see what it tells us about where CN performance is actually heading. Start with the game. Let's Start Deduction is built on a simple premise: a group of celebrities plays a murder mystery role game, someone is secretly assigned the killer role, and the rest of the cast has to figure out who it is before the final vote. Zhang Linghe has played this game across 3 separate seasons, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4, and across every single one of them, whenever he drew the killer card, he was never voted out. Not once. That is the kind of statistic that sounds exaggerated until you watch the tape and realize it kept happening on purpose, not by luck. Season 4's finale is where the record became something closer to a case study. Zhang Linghe was one of 2 killers left standing in the last round. He was also, by every visible piece of in-game evidence, the primary suspect. And when the votes were counted, he received 0. Not fewer than expected. 0. The room built an entire narrative around someone else, and he had done nothing to visibly stop it except talk. That is the detail worth sitting with for a second, because it is easy to watch it as an entertaining twist and move on. But the mechanism behind it is more specific than "he got lucky." According to the available footage and cast commentary, Zhang Linghe's approach in the earlier rounds was to identify his actual accomplice with precision, then deliberately reveal his own suspicion to that accomplice first, not to hide, but to build cooperation before anyone else could organize against him. From there, he worked the room piece by piece, reading how each player was leaning and adjusting his framing to match, effectively steering the group's suspicion away from himself one conversation at a time. That is not charisma in the ordinary sense. It is applied logic. Zhang Linghe's background is in electrical engineering, and the pattern in his gameplay does resemble structured problem-solving more than performance instinct: break the system into parts, identify the variable that threatens the outcome, neutralize it methodically. Audiences online have started calling him the show's most formidable debater, and the label fits less because he is persuasive in a flashy way and more because his arguments hold up under cross-examination. When other players challenged him directly during the finale, he did not get defensive. He restated the logic, calmly, until the room's confidence in its own read started to crack. Notice what that finale did not require. It did not require a dramatic reveal, a tearful confession, or a villain moment built for a highlight reel. The entire outcome turned on whether Zhang Linghe's version of events could survive being questioned out loud, in real time, by people actively trying to break it. That is a different skill than being liked. It is closer to the skill of holding up under cross-examination, and it is not a skill variety shows usually get to showcase this clearly. Here is where the story would normally stop, because a good game show moment is a good game show moment on its own. But the same week this was circulating, a very different kind of closing argument was happening on another platform entirely. Tian Xiwei has a habit that predates this particular drama. Since her earliest projects, We Are So Cute, The Ordinary Life of Qingqing, she has written a handwritten closing note for nearly every character she plays, published after the show wraps. Fans have started treating these as a kind of Easter egg, the thing they wait for once the drama itself is over. It is not a press release. It is closer to a private letter that happens to be public. For Genius Girlfriend, her farewell to the character Lin Zhixia did not read like a typical rap post either. Instead of summarizing the plot or thanking the crew, Tian Xiwei wrote directly to the character in the second person and diagnosed her, in a sense, using specific psychological terminology, describing Lin Zhixia's behavior through concepts like a people-pleasing pattern, an avoidant attachment style, and a compulsive repetition of the same emotional mistake. This is a level of clinical specificity you do not normally see in a celebrity's social media caption. The choice matters because Lin Zhixia is written as a genius character, someone whose talent is supposed to be the point. Tian Xiwei's letter pushed against that framing directly. Her argument, in her own words, was that even extraordinary talent does not mean constant confidence. There were days the character quietly held onto the hem of her own sleeve, uncertain. It was that fragile, ordinary honesty, not the genius label, that let the character eventually seize a 1% chance with everything she had. This is not the first time Tian Xiwei has done this. In Pursuit of Jade, she wrote directly to her character, Changyu, I want to be your friend. In Midnight Return, she wrote a line asking whoever reads it to think of her if they ever see a kitten dash across a pavilion roof. Across nearly every project since her debut, the pattern holds, a handwritten, poetic, deliberately personal ending, written as though the character is someone she is genuinely saying goodbye to. Now put the two moments back next to each other. Zhang Linghe uses structured, almost clinical logic to control how a room reads his guilt in real time, inside the game. Tian Xiwei uses structured, almost clinical psychological language to control how an audience reads her character after the story has already ended. Different formats, different intentions, same underlying instinct, neither one is content to let the audience's first read stand unchallenged. Both are actively authoring the interpretation, not just performing the moment and walking away. That is not proof of an industry-wide trend on its own. Two examples from two artists do not establish that every rising CN star is doing this deliberately. But it does illustrate one direction the audience appears to be rewarding right now. Comment sections under both moments lean the same way, less he's so funny or she's so pretty, more he actually out-argued the whole cast and she really understands her own character better than the script explains her. The praise, in both cases, is about demonstrated depth, not surface charm. That shift matters for anyone thinking about career positioning in this industry. A variety show appearance used to be judged mostly on entertainment value. Did the moment make people laugh or gasp? A drama rap post used to be judged on sentiment. Did it make fans emotional? What both of these moments suggest is that a segment of the audience is now willing to reward something closer to demonstrated intelligence, a game strategy that survives scrutiny, a character analysis that would not be out of place in an actual literature or psychology discussion. That is a higher bar than charm, and it is a bar these two performers happen to clear in the same news cycle, using completely different tools. This matters even more once you factor in who is actually watching. A growing share of CN's audience now discovers artists through clipped, subtitled moments rather than full-season loyalty. An international viewer scrolling past a Deduction game highlight or a translated rap post has no built-in fandom context to fall back on. For that viewer, the years of prior goodwill that usually soften first impressions simply are not there. What is there is whatever the clip itself demonstrates. A zero-vote finale reads as impressive on its own terms, with no backstory required. A psychologically literate farewell letter reads as thoughtful, translation or not. In other words, the same qualities that are winning over long-time fans domestically also happen to travel unusually well internationally, which is not something every kind of celebrity moment can claim. So the zero-vote finale and the handwritten psychological farewell are not connected because the two artists are connected. They are connected because they are both small, verifiable data points pointing at the same broader question. As CN content spreads to international audiences who are watching without the built-in context of years of fandom, what actually earns attention is shifting away from spectacle and toward evidence of thought. A killer who talks his way to 0 votes. An actress who writes her character a real diagnosis instead of a thank you note. Neither needed a bigger moment than that. The specificity was the point. If you like entertainment stories that go beyond the headline, the kind that look for the quiet signals most coverage misses, Rabbit News Hallyu was built for exactly that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just updates.